And now Dallas' starting group. Davis and Lively, the lengthy combo inside. Thompson and Flagg fill out the wings. And it's Russell in at the point. And for the Spurs, Barnes plays the 4 with Wemby standing tall in the middle. Devin Vassell out there with Castle. And it's Champagnie at the small forward position. And these teams have been prepping for this season tip-off game for months, Graham.
Oh, and for the players, the main feeling on opening night is relief. You know, being all that hard work during the offseason and preseason is finally over. And now it's time to have some fun.
Now here's Wembanyama. Pass to Champagnie, and here's Vassell. Shot clock at 6. Such a wide-open look.
Well, when the 3 ball is falling for Castle, he is extremely difficult to defend.
Thompson outside. Some nice ball movement by Dallas. Here's Davis. Outside for Russell. Davis. Lively passes to Davis. Well, it was only a matter of time before they finally get the bucket.
Yeah, between his length and touch, Davis is the perfect interior player.
And Lively, missing most of last season with an ankle fracture. He's back in action, Doris.
I am so excited about the potential of this young man, Brian. We know he has been a defensive force. As an athletic 7-footer, he gives you elite rim protection. He's a tremendous screener early in his career. And believe me when I tell you, there are layers to his offensive game that can be built upon. His future is so bright.
Now here's Davis. And that one's good. Davis has got his second basket on the night.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Vassell with it, defended by Thompson. Champagnie off target with the 3. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mitch Johnson. We spoke about the challenge of facing Anthony Davis. Coach commented, there aren't a lot of guys like AD, bigs who can control both ends of the paint. We have to be aware of him at all times, or he's going to take over the game. No doubt Davis will be a factor tonight. Guys, back to you.
And Allie, thank you for that. Now here's Russell. It's stolen by Barnes. Going all the way to the rack. Russell against Vassell. Pass to Castle. The 3 from Barnes. He drops it from range.
Yeah, spot-up shooting, one of Barnes' really strong suits offensively.
And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Thanks, guys. The Spurs are ecstatic to welcome back their superstar big man, Victor Wembanyama. He actually spent 10 days this summer training with monks in China, and he continues to embrace unorthodox training methods. Guys, perhaps appropriate given his unusual stature.
He's got that curiosity. All right, Shams, thanks for the update. Castle attacking. The 3, Vassell. And the rebound goes to Dallas. A chance at a 2-for-1.
You have to find ways to use the clock to your advantage.
Down low. Here's Davis. And then Davis slams it in!
And that's unbelievable. Davis sky high doing his thing.
Thanks to AT&T for that fantastic look from their connected cam. San Antonio's gone 2 of 5 from deep. Outside Barnes. Pass to Champagnie. The 3 knocks down the long J.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Russell. Now here's Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Davis. Nails the baby hook. Davis has got 8 points.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Spurs up 3. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
They've got Harper, Jeremy Sohan out there with Johnson. Then it's Jordan McLaughlin, and it's Bryant in at the 3. That's the San Antonio 5. Now here's Johnson, coming in off 12 points in his last outing. Back to Bryant. Fires for 3. And the rebound goes to Dallas. And going against San Antonio, their first meeting of the year.
These teams split the season series last year, neither making an impact in the conference overall.
So they take the lead. Christie's gotten his first bucket of the night.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute to play. Here's McLaughlin, and there's the drive. Williams grabs the board. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for Dallas. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Pass to Washington from deep. No good. San Antonio trailing here. Well, Doris Kyrie still working his way back from the ACL tear. Some scoring for the Mavs to replace.
BA, there's no doubt about that. But when you look over the recent history, the last year specifically of this organization, what a whirlwind. You trade away a young superstar in Luka. The pieces you get back don't remain healthy, and you had some other injuries. And then you end up getting the #1 pick in the draft, the highly coveted Cooper Flag. I mean, what a whirlwind of a 12-month span.
Now here's Bryant. No points so far.
And as slippery as he is, the defense has to play Harper tight. It gets him an and 1 here.
One thing people notice about Dylan Harper, he loves to get going downhill.
Yeah, he delights in bullying his way through a defense, using a blend of speed and size to get to where he wants to go.
And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. He's going to talk it over with his guys. A big group substitution here for San Antonio. Victor Wembanyama's checked in for Sohan. Harrison Barnes comes in for Johnson. Devin Vassell, he's checked in for Bryant. And Stephon Castles subbed in for McLaughlin.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one misses. And one thing about this game, Grant, on any given night, you can see an upset.
Yeah, I mean, BA, it just shows how hard it is to be consistent night in and night out. Every team in the league has quality players, so if you're off your game even just a little, that could be enough to lose it for you.
San Antonio's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. And Wembanyama gets it to go.
Yeah, this is what everyone wants to see Wembanyama doing. Dominating on the inside.
Russell, there's Davis with the 3. Rebound by San Antonio.
I'm not sure he expected to be that wide open and yet somehow comes away empty.
Barnes, no good.
Most defenses want to protect the paint first. Great job there.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Pass to Vassell. Now here's Wembanyama, covered by Lively. And the ball out of play. The Mavericks will have it. Champagnie, he's checked in for Harper. .40 seconds left in the second. Thompson outside. Russell, a screen on Vassell. And here's Thompson for 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
This guy is on the short list of the all-time great three-point shooters. Klay Thompson's stroke is flawless.
Here's Wembanyama. Wow! Victor takes it to him inside.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Pass to Thompson. Here's Davis. From down in the low post, it goes. Davis has got 10 points. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Dallas on top. They lead by 2. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
Look here now at the Mavericks. I always prefer to start the season at home. They don't have that luxury, but sometimes the W is even sweeter on the road.
Yeah, they'll try to build up momentum before heading home for the next one.
As we shift our focus now to the Spurs, it's a tight one after 2 quarters of play.
I'm not seeing their activity on D. Right now, the game is close, but it could turn on them unless they up the effort.
I agree. If they let this slip away, it's because their defense let them down.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. A fantastic game from Anthony Davis in this one.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
The Mavericks leading. And for all the optimism, Grant, the Spurs having to navigate some tough seas with health challenges.
Yeah, the legendary Greg Popovich moving to a front office role. Then Wemby suffering a blood clot too. Some trying times, but this team's foundation of togetherness has helped.
On the court right now for the Mavericks. Thompson and Flagg fill out the wings. Davis and Lively, the lengthy combo inside. And it's Russell in at the 1. And here's Russell. Still no points. Outside Davis. Russell a screen on Barnes. Davis against Barnes. Davis, the pass to Russell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one's good. Flag.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Here's Castle. A chance here to catch up with Alley from the sideline.
Well, Klay Thompson last season climbing into the top 5 all-time for three-pointers made and continues to knock them down for Dallas. He said, my game fits this team so well as far as stretching the floor, playing hard defense, and being a two-way guy. He's looking to add a new chapter to his legacy. Back to you, B.A.
A future Hall of Famer, no doubt. All right, thank you, Alley.
You know, the best thing about AD is he can contribute in every statistical category.
And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And here we now get a look back on the best shot blockers in the NBA last season. Victor Wembanyama, number 1. The 4th spot held by Anthony Davis.
The way these two guys patrol the floor, it's impressive. It changes how the offense attacks, especially inside.
Spurs trail by 7. Inside. And Barnes with a basket. The assist from Vassell. Vassell's got 3 assists in the game.
He's just able to score from anywhere on the floor, but Barnes loves that high percentage area.
Rebounded by Champagny.
They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now.
And you look at the shot pattern for D'Angelo Russell. Doris, lots of threes in there.
You're right, B.A. There are certain guys who believe in their ability to get hot from distance, and it can completely change the tenor of the game. That has been the story of D'Angelo's career.
And the basket by Castle.
And as we see more of Castle, expect that J to get better.
So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Keldon Johnson, he's checked in for San Antonio. And Dallas with a change here too. Washington's checked in. Here's Washington. Outside Russell. The three from Thompson. That shot's good. Russell making the play. Russell's got 3 assists in the game. Spurs trail by 5. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Outside Barnes. Lets it fly. Again, the Spurs score.
And both teams playing with a little more urgency in this half.
They are getting after it hard. It has become a real battle out there.
And by drafting Cooper Flagg, the Mavericks regaining some of the long-term upside they lost with the Luka trade, Doris.
And by every metric and evaluation, Cooper is ready to play and contribute right now. And obviously the hope down the line, he can take over the mantle of franchise player. Boy, you're trying to put Luka in the rear view now.
And San Antonio has possession after Dallas's three-pointer on the other end. Vassell can't get it to go. Dallas leading by 6. Pass to Lively. Yep, count it. Lively's got his first bucket in this one.
They've toned down their three-point attack in the second half, looking to protect the lead with higher percentage shots.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Castle against Russell. Castle misses. Now here's Russell. The three from Thompson. That shot no good. And we've reached the end of the third. The Mavericks on top. They lead by 8. We've got more in store for you right after this. All right, let's listen in. Head coach Jason Kidd is mic'd up.
Defensively, keep talking, right? Keep helping each other. We get the rebound, go get an early pick and roll.
And Jason Kidd telling them what it's going to take. All 5 guys communicating out there.
Well, and calling for the early pick and rolls, you can really get some clean looks that way before the defense ever gets set.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Inside at the 4 and the 5, it's Sohan and Wemby. Jordan McLaughlin out there with Harper. And it's Johnson in at the 3 slot. That's who's in the game for the Spurs. He misses the free throw. And the Spurs willing to be patient with this rebuild. But when De'Aaron Fox became available, Grant, they did not blink.
Yeah, he's just too dynamic to pass up and still young enough to grow with their core. Now it's about making the pieces click.
Good on the second one.
Yeah, he's a fearless player. I mean, Sohan not afraid to give up his body to give his team a better chance.
Pass to Washington. Right side, Davis. Too strong. Davis for 2.
Boy, he is just putting this team on his back right now, and when he's got his rhythm, you just keep playing through him.
Wembanyama, screen on Williams. Lets a floater go. Clock at 6. San Antonio needs to get off a shot. And it's McLaughlin missing. The Mavericks lead by 9. Here's Christie. Williams fires. The 3 is off. Here's McLaughlin. Williams defending. Now Wembanyama. And yes, sir! Hits the wide open J.
The refined jumper of Wembanyama. You just never see that in a man of his height.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. A big group substitution here for San Antonio. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Sohan. Champagnie comes in for Johnson. Devin Vassell, he's checked in for Harper. And Stephon Castle subbed in for McLaughlin. A big group substitution here for Dallas. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Gafford. Flagg comes in for Washington. Thompson, he's checked in for Christie. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Williams. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey guys, I was able to catch the message that Jason Kidd was giving to his team. And despite the lead, they are still coaching this team hard. In the huddle, they told their guys to stay alert. Do not give them anything easy. They want to protect this late lead, guys.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Barnes. Outside Wembanyama. Here's Barnes. Nice! That one's good.
Oh, that is absolutely monumental. And you have to admire the way Barnes carries himself right now. I love his poise.
That's off.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Castle. Now Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama reaches up and throws it down.
No fear in this young man. We're already getting a sense of Wembanyama's killer instinct.
Now Davis. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Spurs trail by 3. And they're on the run. Vassell jams it home.
And his coaches will be the first to tell you, Vassell wants the ball in these situations. He's not afraid of the challenge.
Here's Russell. Davis. Easy money for Davis inside.
What an emphatic bucket by Davis. This is a guy who never backs down or gives up.
Here's Wembanyama. With the shot. Nails it. Pretty fade.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Now Davis. Shot from 12. Wembanyama rips down the board.
Boy, defense has to feel fortunate there. That's one he normally knocks down.
Castle.
Oh, the young man showing composure down the stretch. Big points from Castle in a big moment.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. How do you think this is going to play out?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
What you want is to create a clean, high-percentage look, if that's at all possible.
Russell outside. Here's Flagg. Davis down low. He's guarded by Barnes.
Oh, man. He plays with a relentless motor in crunch time, too. Davis always wants the ball in his hands.
And so it's Mitch Johnson here calling timeout. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. Obviously, not a lot of time to work with. What do you guys think we're going to see?
This is where your coaching is so important. They need a really good play now.
Well, this is a chance to take the lead, so you've got to draw up a play to make it happen.
Here's Wembanyama. Count it.
And not intimidated at all. Wembanyama showing up in a clutch moment.
Now Davis. Oh, money!
All night long, the defensive intensity just hasn't been there. They got to figure it out.
Good question. So far, these teams just seem content to shoot it out down the stretch.
And so it's Mitch Johnson here calling timeout. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. All right, what are the considerations at this late juncture?
Down one with just enough time for a couple passes and a shot. We'll see what they can do.
Castle fires. Oh, did he? He did! He got it to fall!
He did, B.A. So nice. The winner at the buzzer. It doesn't get any better.
You couldn't dream up a more dramatic finish. 3 points right as the buzzer sounds. This is a ball game people will be talking about for quite some time.
So it's a narrow victory for the Spurs, pulling out the W. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous finish. They waited until the very last moment to seal it.
And so many times we see these close games won by the home team.
That